Scriptures to think about during Black History Month. I'm Dr. Divine. I have a PhD in Old Testament, and all month long, I'll be reading scripture through a Black or Black history lens. Let's get into today's text. Genesis 34. This is the text where Shechem sleeps with Dinah, Jacob's daughter. And I say sleeps with because there is some ambiguity about whether it was forceful or not. But either way, whether forceful or not, this would still be considered a violation. Now, when Jacob hears that his daughter has been defiled, verse 5 lets us know that he holds his peace because he's waiting for his sons to come back from the field. When the sons do arrive, they are livid and they act like they're coming to an agreement with Shechem and Hamor, his father. But then later on, they went and got revenge on Shechem and all his people. And it's not until the sons act violently that we finally get something from Jacob. This whole chapter, we don't get words from Jacob, but all of a sudden in verse 30, he has a voice. And he uses that voice to say to his sons, "You have brought trouble on me by making me odious to the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites and the Perizzites. My numbers are few, and if they gather themselves against me and attack me, I shall be destroyed, both I and my household." Now, what does this have to do with reading scripture through a Black lens or Black History Month? What we see Jacob highlighting in this story is the condition of being a minority within a space. So in Jacob's case, he can't even come to the defense of his daughter, or he feels like he can't come to the defense of his daughter because he's so concerned about his survival and his family's survival in a space where they are the minority. In these cases, sometimes you minimize the wrong that is done to you just so that you can survive. Dr. Raquel Martin made a recent Instagram post about respectability politics where she addresses this, so I'm going to insert some of her clips here.
Respectability politics came from a real place of fear and strategy. After enslavement and Jim Crow and the Great Migration and segregation, survival often depended on being seen as acceptable by European American society. Hiding emotion was meant to protect us from violence and systemic punishment. Our parents and great-grandparents, they were trying to live another day and keep their children and great-grandchildren alive.
So Jacob in this text doesn't express any anger. He kind of just takes things on the chin, even though he was wronged and had every right to express that anger, but he wouldn't because of safety. His sons, on the other hand, are not having it. Not only do the sons express anger and act violently, but when Jacob confronts them about it, their response is, "Should he have treated our sister like a prostitute?" I'm not saying one response is right or wrong, but I'm just highlighting that this text shows the tension of being a minority within a space and the conflict that happens when one person wants to rightfully address being wronged and the other person wants to let it go just to play it safe.